Body right, model type, she got that lipo. Pussy so good, turn a nigga to a psycho. Bitch, I'm big B, rolling through the streets in a 10 Money on my mind, give a fuck about.
Look, I feel like Kobe 24, you know I had to ice my wrist. I've been ballin' since a young, you know I had to stack my chips. Bending corners, 12 personas, know we had to take them risks. You want a spot, then take a shot, don't give a fuck about no miss. We in the field, but I'm in the end zone, no I can't lie. Girl is a friend, but she in the friend zone. Look at the score. I'm sorry, little brother, you know you can't win. This shit like a knockout. I punch like take when I aim at his chin. So we in the back of the back. Last name drip real shit, so you know I get drippy. You ain't on my side, ain't on my team. Yeah, I'm running the city. Don't gotta ask if it's with me. Yeah, I play the block like a Wimby. Shoot till it's empty, sticks in the back of the Bentley. Look, I feel like Kobe 24, you know I had to ice my wrist. I've been ballin' since a young, you know I had to stack my chips. Bending corners, 12 personas, know we had to take them risks. You want a spot, then take a shot, don't give a fuck about no miss. I feel like Kobe 24, you know I had to ice my wrist. I've been ballin' since a young, you know I had to stack my chips. Bending corners, 12 personas, know we had to take them risks. You want a spot, then take a shot, don't give a fuck about no miss. You ain't on my team, just back it up. Like, oh, they want smoke, we gon' pack them up. Just look at the score and the time is up. I'm on where you gon' lose, better back it up. Pack it up, like oh they want smoke, we gon' pack them up. Just look at the score and the time is up. I'm on when you gon' lose, better back it up. Yeah, add it up.
Y'all know how this goes. I ain't got money. Don't come for me. I'm just giving my opinion and catching people up on the news that they might have missed living life. So that's it. Let's begin.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing all right. As always, I am Kisu. Let me go ahead and say hello to y'all.
Hello, motherfucker. Hi.
And
Hello.
so anyways, the first thing we gonna do is try and figure out why I look crazy as hell. I don't know. I did some tweaking and stuff. But anyways, first thing we gonna do is look at this first story because I'd be mad too. Shit. So check it out.
And then the snow got me.
So apparently Busta Rhymes was versus the confused influencer. So I feel bad about this shit. He ran up on a content creator who said he looked like Tracy Morgan. And it's not pretty. Those two do not look alike. I mean, they don't even have the same hairline. The only problem is dude is smiling, and that's probably what messed it up. They both got a nose on them, but nah, they do not look alike. I'm so sorry. I'd have been pissed off too. Someone told me my hair looked like Loretta Brown from fucking Family Guy. I never wore my hair out like that again. God dang it. So picture this. Busta Rhymes is minding his own business, being a living legend, probably humming Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, when some random white content creator rolls up on him like, yo, can I get a picture, Tracy Morgan? Excuse me, sir? What part of woo-ha sounds like I was on 30 Rock to you? I just watched that show like 2 years ago. I don't see how you did that shit. He don't even act the same as him. Anyways, the video shows old boy cheesing for the camera like he just met his first black man outside TikTok. Busta's face instantly went from friendly uncle energy to who the hell you talking to mode. He hit him with that slow menacing, what did you just say? That tone that your mama used before throwing a shoe. God dang it, my mom didn't even use the tone. She just threw the shoe. God dang it. She missed, thank God, because she played softball. That's all I can say. Now, the internet's divided. Some folks swear they kind of look alike. Baby, no, they don't. One raps about breaking necks. The other's a dude selling pigeons on Martin. Yeah, you remember, dude? He always coming through in the pot belly? Yeah, those two. No. See, Busta, you should have never got rid of your locks. Not the same. TikTok had jokes though. One commenter said he lucky this ain't the 90s. Busta would have flip mode his old soul right there. Yeah, he would have. He would have messed him up. Moral of the story, stop confusing legends. Black men are not Pokemon, and if you can't tell Busta Rhymes from Tracy Morgan, you don't need a phone. You need a history book and better lighting. Talk on it. In my opinion, I think the problem is Busta done got fluffy. And Tracy always been fluffy. So when you bring two fluffinesses together, you get confused. So that's the problem. He need to get back on his regimen or whatever the hell he was, or maybe he just done gained old folk weight. You know how it goes. Shit, all of us got it. But anyways, that's it for the tea. I feel bad for Bussa. I really do. I would feel good if I was Tracy though. God dang it, Tracy don't look nothing like Busta. I would have been pissed the hell off too. I'm mad about it for him. Shit. Anyways, that's it for that one. We gonna move on to we gonna move on to the next one, cause yeah, I'm medicated again. Shit, this has been a very low fucking week for me. I don't know. I woke up on something different, and I'm still trying to shake it off. So check my commercial. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, excuse me. This one right here. I don't understand how the hell it is. DC woman accused of squatting in her Airbnb rent free for nearly a year, and it gets worse. So let me get this straight. She living in her own. What? DC woman accused of squatting in her Airbnb rent free for nearly a year. Well, wouldn't she be paying herself? Isn't it her house? I'm confused. So, child, Washington DC got a whole different breed of scammer. So, Roshan Douglas listed her beautiful home on Airbnb for 32-day rental. Next thing you know, this guest, Sadija Romero, turns that Airbnb into, oh shit, now I understand, turned it into her permanent address. You can't do that. That's ignorant as hell. 10 months later, she's still there eating snacks, changing the Wi-Fi password, and calling the power company like, put it in my name. Well, at least she's paying the electricity bill. She even removed the homeowner's stuff, locked her out, then had the audacity to say, take me to court if you want to leave. That's not tenant rights. That's terrorism with throw blanket. Lord, yeah, I heard about this shit. That would piss me the fuck off, too. Come on now. I'd have been at that house on day 32 with the cops saying, your time is over. Go on, get the hell on out. Turns out sis been doing this all over DC, so she just pissing people off left and right. You just a goddamn mass piss off person, piss off whatever. Racking up $80K in back rent across multiple places. One landlord said she owed $50K at one complex and $35K at another. Girl, at this point, she ain't squatting. She's collecting properties like Monopoly. Yo ass. Ooh. This is why I couldn't do it. And then the news even caught her on camera defending herself like she's the victim while posting vacation pics on Instagram. I'd have snuck my ass up in my own property and whooped her ass until the cops came. The comments lit her up. Con artist, scammer, karma incoming. Exactly. If Karma had a Ring camera, it would be posted outside her Airbnb right now. Man, no. I couldn't. No, Lord. I'd have had every locksmith knowing if somebody come in here for this address and it ain't me, turn them down. Let me know. I'll sneak up in my own house like a ninja and whoop your ass. God dang it. Damn it. That's some bold ass, ignorant ass shit. Damn, that pissed me off all over again. I was already irritated with the world, and now I'm just pissed off again. God dang you, ignorant ass heifer. Shit. Moving on. Now, this one, I don't get how the hell this happened, but yeah, okay.
You shouldn't have been talking
shit. Mother who, a nurse to fund her teen's cheerleading trip learns her fate. Why? What the hell did the nurse do? Oh, Lord. So, the cheerleading unaliver, apparently. This one right here is wild. A California mom, Sherry Townsend, was so pressed about getting money for her daughter's cheerleading trip. Instead of a GoFundMe, she chose go stab somebody. God dang, ignorant ass heifer. Back in 2018, y'all ain't ever heard of a car wash? Damn. Back in 2018, or a damn bake sale. A retired nurse named Susan Leeds was found in her Mercedes, unalived by 17 times. I ain't calling it because y'all ain't getting me in trouble. In a mall parking lot garage. At first, the cops couldn't prove it was Townsend. Then 5 years later, they came back like, remember us? Shit, they came back to me 10 years and I wasn't even the perpetrator. I was a fucking witness. Shit. Sis was arrested again in 2023 and convicted of homicide. 26 years to life. Prosecutor says she was broke and embarrassed to ask for help, so she researched how to get money fast. And that's where you went? You crazy. Hell. Damn. Including credit card fraud and finding a sugar daddy. I would have went for the sugar daddy. Shit. Then she allegedly went to that mall, waited 2 hours, and did the unthinkable. Girl, someone, whew, damn, why didn't you just steal the car? Steal the car! God dang, sell the car. Police found her phone number in the victim's car, the dumbest receipt ever. This story ain't just sad, it's the perfect example of how desperation and delusion can ruin lives. Her daughter wanted pom-poms, not prison visits. And what's worse, she had the nerve to sue LA County for emotional distress. Girl, the only distress here is thinking murder was a fundraiser. What the hell is wrong with you, heifer? God damn, your ears are big. Anyways, but seriously, you went to that? I'm sure that was not the top fucking one for how to get money fast. I'm pretty sure even the damn dark web wouldn't have said that was the number one thing to do. You just screwed up 2 lives, your child's life and yours, you ignorant heifer. Moving on, because it gets worse. It gets worse. Ooh, shit, fuck. Yeah, this dude. All about the Black January 6th pipe bomb suspect. Yeah, I knew some of them motherfuckers was up in that bitch. Black MAGA was up in there somewhere, sprinkled, but you couldn't see him. I knew one of them would pop up. This dude, why does he look like the dude from The Blackening? He looked like the villain from the back. Well, I told y'all that if you ain't seen it, yeah. Anyways, he looked like that crazy ass dude from The Blackening. Yeah, that I see. There's a trend here. Lord, now I'll never buy those glasses. Anyways, for years we were told the pipe bomb planter from January 6th insurrection was some shadowy figure. Well, you got shadow right, I guess. Probably a white dude in camo with a red hat starter pack. But nope. Wrong. No. It's a black man from Virginia named Brian Cole Jr. I feel bad for Senior. God dang it. 30 years old, living in his mama's basement. Are you serious? Walking a chihuahua in the snow like it's a Nike. Nike wouldn't even do that shit. Not a grown-ass man with a chihuahua in the cold. Anyways, the FBI finally caught him after 5 years of digging through thousands of tips and matching rare Nike Air Max turfs. That's what you wore? I have never heard of a fucking turf. I've heard of Air Maxes, but speed turf. What the hell is that shoe? Damn, it sounds like the Bobo and Nikes. Well, it was in his closet anyways. Apparently, he even admitted to throwing them away when he realized they were the evidence. My brother, if you gotta be a criminal, maybe don't do it in limited edition sneakers. Why did you? Who? They must have been famous. I don't remember. Anyways, Cole allegedly believed the 2020 election was rigged and got sucked into the conspiracy theories. I didn't think it was possible, but then my goofy ass cousin voted for the goddamn taco. So apparently, not all of us have evolved properly. And anyways, and now he's charged with multiple federal crimes, including attempted malicious destruction by explosives. You better go get your wife, Zaddy, because you did this for his ass. Now you in trouble. I hope he gets you out. Honestly, this whole thing feels like reverse Uno. A black man joining the wrong side of history. I hope he gets help, but also, come on, bro. We already got enough problems without you out here auditioning for Drumpf's fan club. Well, shit, this motherfucker fucking up shit and make it. I don't know who the hell goes to a national park anyways on holidays, but apparently fucking Drumpf felt like he gonna charge us for fucking. Ooh, anyways, I'm on one. Like I said, I'm on one. I had a fucked up few days. My mind's in a bad place, but we gonna keep going because yeah. So anyways, this dumbass right here just got people shamed. Now I got a little bit more sad news. So unfortunately I gotta switch the gears because after this it gets really fucked up. But let me go ahead and tell y'all we done lost a goddamn leader. That's all I can say. We done lost someone and it ain't right. Why do I look crazy as hell? I gotta change my damn shit sometimes. Anyways, check this out.
Emotional content.
So the Rod Page, first black person to serve as a U.S. Secretary of Education, has gone to the upper room at 92. Now let's end on some respect. Roderick Page, the first black education secretary, has passed. He lived to 92 years old, so we can't say he didn't live long. He was born in a tiny Mississippi town to two teachers. He went from Navy vet to football coach to education reformer. This man was the definition of black excellence before LinkedIn made it a trend. Page rose up through the ranks in Houston, where he implemented reforms so effective they became the blueprint for Bush's No Child Left Behind law. I'm not sure if that's a flex. In 2002. He believed every child deserved high expectations, not pity, not excuse. Even Bush had to admit, even though that dude's an idiot, Page pushed him to challenge the soft bigotry of low expectations. Say that again for the folks in the back. I'll tell you right damn now, my mother didn't have no damn low expectations. Once she figured out I had potential, she stressed the shit out of me. Fuck. Anyways, yes, the law was controversial. Some said it led to too much testing, but Page's vision was clear: accountability and opportunity for every child, no matter where they came from. He returned to Washington State University later in life and kept advocating for education reform into his 90s. I guess you never talked to McMahon, because apparently we ain't got AI, we got A1. Shit. Anyways, may he rest in power because he left a legacy that proves you don't need to be loud to change the game. No, but we got a lot of loud motherfuckers in office right now and they won't shut the fuck up and my hair won't stop changing colors. So somebody help me figure this one out. I'm so sick of that shit, but don't act like it's over because we about to get irritated real quick. Real quick. Cause this one didn't make any damn sense. It's sad as hell and it's twisted as fuck. So check this one out, cause damn. So Grammy nominated opera singer has been unalived allegedly by his own son. That is some bullshit right there. That's fucked up, man. So this one is just heartbreaking. Jubilant Sykes. That's a nice name. I was considering that as a name. Jubilation, you know what I'm saying? Grammy nominated baritone from LA. My mom's a baritone. How the hell is that possible? A man who mixed gospel, jazz, folk, and classical like it was nothing was found. Why is everybody using knives now? So are we finally going to get rid of the force multipliers and we're just going to have knives? Because it seems to be a trend now. He was found, to death in his own home in Southern California. He was 71. If that's his recent picture, he looks good for 71. Good God. Not a wrinkle except for over where it counts. Damn. Police got a 911 call about an assault in progress, showed up and found him with multiple wounds. He died at the scene. The person arrested, his 31-year-old son, Makai. Authorities took him into custody on suspicions of homicide. Is this Makai? Because if this is not Makai, then Jubilant is looking very good. I don't know who's who. No word yet on a lawyer, no full motive, just that this man who spent his life making music is now gone in the most violent way possible, allegedly at the hands of his own child, which is just terrifyingly horrible. Now let's talk about who we lost. Sykes wasn't some local hobby singer. He performed at the Hollywood Bowl, the Apollo, and the Met Opera. The Met, okay? He blended classical training with black church soul. He got a Grammy nod for Bernstein's Mass in 2009. He probably should have got it. He shared stages with folks like Renee Flemings, Josh Groban, Carlos Santana, Patrice Rushen, and real artists, not manufactured TikTok noise. No, no. People who knew him said he was the kind of man who would pull up to a church, ask for a quiet corner, and just sing in the sanctuary, in the garden, wherever the spirit and sound could meet. He and his wife Cecilia were described as beautiful, grounded Christian people, raising 3 sons while he carried his gift around the world. So when you hear about another black man taken by violence, remember, sometimes that violence is right inside the home, wrapped in mental health issues, family pain, and unresolved trauma nobody wants to talk about. We're losing elders, mentors, culture bearers, people who made beauty in a world that keeps choosing chaos. Rest in power, Jubilant Sykes. May your voice outlive this tragedy. This is horrible. But guess what? It don't get no better. Now we get into some ignorant shit. More than this. So y'all just get ready, because this shit, let's just do it.
And then the smoke got
shit, I forgot. It's a struggle. It's always a struggle. There it is. So ancestral bloodlines, the one drop can't read. The one drop rule in the age of artificial intelligence. So let's get into some nerd racism. Not the hooded kind, the algorithm kind. Artificial intelligence was sold to us like, don't worry, the machines will fix human bias. Baby, the machines opened the history book, saw racism, and said, bet, let's scale it. Now we got algorithms deciding who gets hired, who gets a loan, which neighborhood gets patrolled, and even what your ancestry really is, based on data soaked in America's obsession with race. The piece breaks down how AI this piece right here, breaks down specifically how AI brings back the one drop rule with Wi-Fi. Back in the day, laws like Virginia's 1924 Racial Integrity Act said if you had one drop of African ancestry, you were black, period. They had a whole fake science about it. Mulatto, quadroon, octoroon, grief, Sakatra. What the fuck is a Sakatra? Anyways, like they were doing math homework on our humanity. That wasn't just social shade. It was law. It determined whether you could vote, own land, or literally be free. What the fuck, man? Fast forward to now. Machine learning is trained on that same dirty history. Facial recognition misidentifies darker-skinned women at higher rates. Predictive policing keeps circling black neighborhoods like vultures. Hiring tools toss out ethnic names. See, I knew that was one of the reasons. My fucking real name has already shot me in the foot. And health algorithms underestimate our pain and risk because the data skews white. That's not progress. That's Jim Crow with a software update. Isn't that lovely? Fuck. Even ancestry tests get in on it, turning your whole identity into a little pie chart. 23% this, 14% that, sub-Saharan this, native that. It flattens centuries of mixed, stolen, erased lineage into numbers and calls it the truth. That's just the one drop rule in fancy font. The good news, Black scholars and technologists like Joy Bulalawini, please forgive me, I can't say these names, Timnit Gebru, and Ruha Benjamin, that's the only name I could say, are out here ringing the alarms, telling people that this bias is engineered. If it's engineered, it can be dismantled. Folks are using tech to restore erased stories, trace underground railroad routes, connect families broken by slavery and migration. That's technology with a soul. The author of this said it's plain. Tech should help us reclaim our names, our stories, and our data, not let some machine decide who we are. Either AI becomes a mirror reflecting American bullshit, or it becomes a tool for rewriting the rules. But one thing is clear, no line of code should outrank your lived experience. That's all I can say about that shit. That's true. That's true as hell. All right, moving on. I think this is about the time where we go ahead and talk about the black terrorists in the room, the ones that go around terrorizing black folks because they ain't got shit else to do but just piss us off because we ain't got. So apparently we ain't got time. I got a lot of time, and I really don't like you wasting it. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. I hope this is right. All right, so they are unaliving the MBDA and how Trump came for the minority businesses. Now we're talking money and how this country loves to play broke when it's time to support black and brown businesses. The Minority Business Development Agency, or MBDA, came out of the Nixon era. Yeah, that Nixon, with the idea that minority-owned businesses needed help getting past barriers to credit, insurance, and technical support. It's the only federal agency focused on entrepreneurs who've been locked out of capital and contracts for generations. That includes black folks, other people of color, women, veterans, rural businesses, basically everybody the system side-eyed. Instead of giving out free money, MBDA ran business centers and capital readiness programs. They help people write proposals, access contracts, and secure funding. Under Eric Morissette, they helped businesses land $3.2 billion in contracts, $1.6 billion in capital, and kept or created over 23,000 jobs. That's not vibes. That's receipts. So what does the Trump administration do? They start dismantling it. They cut staff from 23 career employees down to basically nobody. Just a couple of political appointees holding the keys to an empty building. That's not small government. That's targeted sabotage, bitches. When you shut down the one agency designed to help disadvantaged businesses navigate a racist, I'm tired of changing what the fuck I'm saying, a racist marketplace, you're not just hurting black CEOs, you're shrinking the whole economy. Minority-owned businesses added $212 billion in revenue and $61 billion in wages in 2022. Closing that opportunity gap could unlock trillions in economic output. But sure, let's defund the thing that actually works. Motherfuckers get on my nerves. This article is calling this what it is. Not fiscal responsibility, but economic sabotage dressed as policy. If MBDA dies, it says that the federal government no longer feels obligated to correct centuries of exclusion. They don't seem to. And you know what everyone says. Racism is expensive. Shit, it is. The call to action: restore the staff, stabilize the funding, protect its authority, and modernize it for an AI-driven economy so our people aren't left behind again. Because if capital only flows to those who always had it, that's not a free market. That's a rigged game with better branding, and nobody is going to fucking want to play with you jackasses. Oh my goodness. It is just nothing but terrorism to the black people. Y'all are black terrorists. You terrorize the black fucking community. I stand on that now, and I stand on it later. God dang it. Moving on. Trump removes MLK Day and Juneteenth as free national park days and as his birthday. I ain't never paid to get in the park. I didn't know you had to pay to get in the park. I don't really want to go to a park that bad where I got to pay for it. I can go sit outside and look at trees, because that's all a park is trees. There's a goddamn river down the street. I can just walk down the street and look at the river. I don't need to pay to get in the park, and I definitely don't want to go to your birthday to a park. Fuck you. I'm pissed off because your birthday is the same birthday as a friend of mine, because I used to tell her, hey, your birthday is on Flag Day. This is one of those days I don't really care for. So, you ever see something so petty you can smell the racism? Because I can smell it off this dude, and it's not a good smell. Yeah, let's talk about the National Park Service. For years, MLK Day and Juneteenth were fee-free days at national parks. Not just cute holidays, they were symbolic, honoring civil rights, black liberation, and giving families, especially black families, a chance to experience parks without worrying about cost. I have never paid to get in a park. What the fuck is up with these parks? Little black kids could run around Yellowstone or Yosemite. I ain't going to none of those places. I think they got big ass. Don't they have those damn geysers and shit? No, I got too many relatives with little kids, and I know little kids. Somebody getting burnt, and I feel like this country might actually include them in the story. The November 25, 2025 hits. Under the Trump-controlled Interior Department, the NPS dropped this new 2026 fee-free list. Guess what's gone? MLK Day and Juneteenth. Guess what's magically added? June 14th, Trump's birthday, aka Flag Day. I promise you, you cannot make this level of narcissism up. How can you be so narcissistic when you got to be the ugliest fucker I've ever seen in my life? This isn't just a schedule tweak, it's messaging. It says we don't need a national recognition of black freedom and civil rights, but we do need a discount day for one man's fucked up ego. They turned public land into a personality cult coupon. You won't get money from me that damn day. I don't even go to national parks, so fuck you. This is basically racism by policy, and that's exactly what it is. You don't have to say the N-word when you can just quietly delete the holidays that mean something. And first of all, the N-word, it doesn't even sit on us because that means ignorant person, and not all of us are ignorant, okay? I am not an N-word. Fuck off. Anyways, let's see. The holidays that mean something to black folks and pretend it's administrative. It's erasure with paperwork. National parks are supposed to belong to everybody. When you remove the days that made it easier for working class and black families to visit, you're saying this place is not really for you. Then replacing them with Trump's birthday? That's not patriotism. That's propaganda with a picnic table. I don't like picnics. Shit. Fuck, I used to love them. I used to always want to have one. Then I found what it meant, and you can keep it. I don't want a picnic or nothing. But we have to push back, not just because of party lines, but because heritage, memory, and access matters. Our kids deserve to see mountains, rivers, and canyons. If y'all live near that, that is wonderful. And I've seen mountains. I've traveled and all that shit. I ain't got a problem doing cultural stuff, but I'm not paying to go see nature. That's ridiculous. Anyways, and know their history is just as important. Any flag or a former president's ego. National parks belong to the people, not one. I don't think he's a man. Not one demon's feelings. That's not a man. Fuck this. He's still terrorizing us. More on this shit. It's a trifecta. Shit. What happened there? Y'all got to see too much shit. I don't know what that was, but let me move over to this one. That was creepy. Well, yeah, this is about right, but let me make it big so y'all can read it. Trump admin threatens to freeze Snap for blue states over immigration data. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Y'all have no lives, do you? So now to the kitchen table, literally. The Trump administration tried to play hardball with SNAP, the Food Administration program that helps out about 42 million people eat. They threatened to freeze federal food aid to more than 20 Democratic-led states because those states refused to hand over SNAP recipients' names and immigration statuses. So basically, tell us who's undocumented or your people don't get to eat. You remember when you created this planet? No? Me neither. So how the fuck you gonna sit up there and say somebody got to leave or you ain't gonna feed them? You know that this is a very audacious fucking country, okay? Audacious. That's where audacity comes from. Oh, Lord Jesus. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins got on the mic talking about rooting out false fraud and protecting the taxpayer like people out here paying yachts with EBT. Meanwhile, Republican-led states turned in the data and 21 states plus DC were like, yeah, no, we're suing. They said this wasn't about fraud. It was about stockpiling sensitive personal data to target people. Fuckers, you can't do worse than what I'm doing myself. So you can kiss my ass. A federal judge in San Francisco stepped in with a preliminary injunction blocking the administration from actually cutting off the funds. The judge already denied their request to pause the injunction while they appeal. Translation, you're not about to starve millions of people to score political points. Why do they keep fucking with our lives like this is like we're pawns in a fucking game? Bitch, I am not an NPC for you to just pew pew pew. Fuck you. Democratic officials called the move out for what it was. New York's Governor Kathy Hochul asked why this administration is so hell-bent on people going hungry. Minnesota AG Keith Ellison said Rollins' comments were basically a threat to punish political rivals, even though the court had already told them you can't do that. Let's be real. Using food as a weapon is one of the ugliest forms of control. We're talking about families, elders, disabled folk, kids, the people most likely to be hurt by this nonsense. And of course, Black and brown communities get it hit the hardest whenever they start playing games with social safety nets. So when they say law and order or protecting taxpayers, remember this story, because if your solution to fraud is to empty plates for millions, the fraud might not be the EBT card. It might be in the policy. I'm just saying. That's all I got to say about that shit. Now, that's it for the terrorists. We about to go ahead and move into a whole nother section where we go ahead and see these motherfuckers eat their fucking faces. Yes, that's right. We about to play some stupid games and win some stupid prizes. As my mother always says, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. I usually say not my monkey, not my damn circus, but I know some of the fucking clowns. I know them bastards. Let's see. Oh, I'm doing something wrong. There we go. I forgot what the hell I was doing. Medicated. Hold on. Real talk. I have not taken my full dose. Shit. I've just been... Yeah, I did. Never mind. I forgot. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch over because we about to look at this shit right here. These motherfuckers get on my nerves so bad. So yes, I do. I subscribe to Schadenfreude. I love to see when assholes get this shit. Okay, I love to see it, and I mean it. Damn it, where's my expressions? I ain't got no expressions for this one. I'm gonna have to do that soon. Because that don't make no sense. I ain't got no damn expressions. But anyways, I'll talk about that later. Let's get into these games.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my head, swear I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess.
Opponents of the Trump-backed redistricting in Missouri submit a petition to force a public vote. Y'all need to do a fucking public vote. I'm sick of this shit. It's our damn country. How the fuck are you gonna sit up there with all these damn rich-ass motherfuckers up in D.C. and y'all get to do whatever the fuck you want? It's our fucking money, bitches. Anyway, so Missouri said, actually, we can read maps too. Opponents of the new congressional map pulled up with over 300,000 signatures to force a statewide referendum. They only needed about 110,000 to temporarily stop the map from going into effect. They almost tripled that. That's not a petition. That's a full-blown, we don't trust y'all from the voters with love. Now these signatures still have to be verified by local officials, and the Republican Secretary of State, Denny Hoskin. Denny? That's a real name? People really have the name Denny? Okay. The same man calling the referendum unconstitutional. Oh, god dang. Block. Oh, Jesus Christ. They get on my motherfucking nerves. I'm just like, fuck. Yeah. I need a beer. Now these so you already know he's not rushing to validate anything that might threaten his party's little power grab. If the signatures stand, the people of Missouri get to vote on this map next year, and that could block Republicans from snatching a Democratic seat around Kansas City. Republicans haven't been playing defense. They've been doing bribes and gymnastics. There are lawsuits claiming pro-map groups offered people up to $30,000 to stop collecting signatures. Imagine being that desperate to keep a gerrymander that you're out here cutting hush money checks for democracy. I'd have took the check and kept saying it. I'd have took the check, cashed the fucking check, and still collected. Fuck you. You just paid my bills. Thank you. Hoskin is always trying to throw out 100,000 signatures collected. He's also trying to throw them out before he formally approved the format, and the Attorney General Catherine Hanaway already tried arguing in federal court that redistricting can't even be put in a public vote. The judge tossed that, but also basically said Hoskins can still try some mess on his own, which means more court drama incoming. Fuck. Zoom out, and this ain't just Missouri. Trump told Republican-led states to redraw maps mid-decade, not after the census, just whenever it benefits them, to help block Democrats from taking back the House. Texas already locked in a map that could give Republicans 5 extra seats. Other states like North Carolina, Ohio, Indiana are trying to add more. Democrats, meanwhile, fought back in California and Utah with their own maps. So this is a national tug of war over who gets to pick voters instead of voters picking them. Missouri hasn't seen a referendum on congressional maps in over 100 years. And the last time they did, in 1922, voters slapped that map down by almost 62%. So if this map makes it to the ballot, Republicans might find out the hard way that people are tired of being drawn out of their own democracy. Exactly. Fucking assholes. Moving on, because it's not over. Senate heads towards dueling partisan votes on healthcare, which likely to fail. See this shutdown? We're gonna have another shutdown in fucking January. That's all there is to it. Another fucking shutdown. Let's talk about the Senate doing what it does best: playing games with people's health. COVID era healthcare subsidies, the boosted tax credits that kept a lot of folks' premiums from being sky high, are about to expire. Democrats want to extend those enhanced ACA tax credits for 3 more years. Republicans said, nah, let that run out, and are pushing a plan to replace them with what's basically a short-term health savings account stimulus. What the fuck? That don't even sound right. Here's the facts. Here's the catch. Neither side has the votes for their plan, so millions of people may see their premiums spike in January while Congress argues on TV and fundraises off the chaos. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said the Democratic bill will fail and doesn't do enough on fraud. Y'all get I'm so sick of hearing fraud. It's a damn shame. Fraud, fraud, fraud. That's all I hear. Chuck Schumer called the Republican plan phony and dead on arrival. So congratulations, everyone. The only thing with bipartisan support is failure. Republicans are trying to show unity for once with a plan from Senators Cassidy and Crapo. I'm not joking. Crapo. What is that? It sounds like Crapo to me. Their bill lets the current subsidies expire, then hands out $1,000 a year for 18 to 49-year-olds and $1,500 for 50 to 64-year-olds into health savings accounts, but only if you pick a cheaper, high-deductible, bronze, or catastrophic plan. So you get a little cash to help with copays and deductibles, but not your actual monthly premium. That's on you. They're selling this like we're empowering people. We're giving them choice. Okay, but choice without affordability is just vibes. Analysts are already saying this leaves lower income and middle class folks exposed, especially people who actually use their health insurance. High deductibles plus a small HSA is not a blessing if you're sick. It's a bill with a bow on it. Democrats are like, just keep the subsidies so people don't lose coverage or get priced out. Republicans add abortion restrictions to their bill, making it toxic for moderate Democrats who might have been willing to negotiate. And in the background, Trump is cheering. I'm telling you, this man is possessed by he is Legion. I think he's Legion. Trump is still cheering on anything that tears at the Affordable Care Act because sabotaging Obama's legacy is his favorite unpaid hobby. This motherfucker is a crazy ass, old, racist, bitch ass motherfucker, and y'all hired this bitch. You hired him. Bottom line, while DCRU's taking points, regular people are figuring out how to pay rent and their inhaler. Healthcare is not a soapbox. It's life or death. This country stays proving that access to coverage still depends on your income, your zip code, and who's grandstanding in the Senate that week. I'm so sick of y'all motherfuckers. It's ridiculous. Stop playing with people's lives. Jesus. Moving on, because this shit be pissing me the fuck off. Amanda Seales explains why she's not rocking with Charlamagne. I ain't saying the rest of that dude's name because I don't like any of it. I don't like either of these people, honestly, but sometimes, every now and then, they say something that I can rock with, just not how. It's how they say that fucks me up, but what they're saying actually gets me to stand with them. Ugh. So Amanda Seales versus Charlamagne when great chemistry meets snake energy. So someone asked Amanda Seales on live, why don't you do a podcast with Charlamagne? And sis said, absolutely not. Let me tell y'all why. She called him a ridiculous person, a snake, and said once she realized who he really was, all that great chemistry people saw on air was dead. She dragged his whole brand a little bit. Said he's not an intellectual, don't got no backbone, and just regurgitates the same mess over and over. Basically, surface level hot takes, zero depth. I kind of agree. Sometimes, you know what they say about the fucking clock. That's all I can say. Every now and then, Charlamagne says something. But the first thing he fucked up with is that damn name. I refuse. Anyways, but the real tea is about the show that never happened. Amanda had a concept called Amanda Seales is difficult. You very much are. You are very difficult. I don't like this heifer, but I agree with her a lot of times. Anyways, it's a mockumentary about her navigating Hollywood. Charlamagne was supposed to be an executive producer. Oh, now here we go. On it. Next thing she knows, his manager and business manager allegedly tried to shop her idea to VH1 like it was theirs. Not developed with Amanda, not in partnership, just straight, we made this. She said that was betrayal, period. And she's right to ask, why did they feel so comfortable doing that? Why did they think they could just grab a black woman's concept, wipe her name off, and go get a check? At this point, everybody got to get their shit fucking copyright written. I need to find out how to become a copywriter. I know them motherfuckers got money. Shit. Anyways, why did they? Because in this industry, people love black women's talent, but they hate giving black women credit. That they want the sauce, not the chef. Charlamagne hasn't responded yet, but you know this goes. Black women speak up, tell the truth about foul business, and suddenly there's difficult, bitter, or angry. Meanwhile, folks still sit across from him on air and pretend they don't see the pattern. You don't have to love Amanda Seales to understand the bigger point. If you're in the room with people who will steal your creative work, you are not collaborating. You're being harvested. And when black women say, no, I'm not working with that man, believe them. That's not drama, that's boundaries. I believe her. I really do. I feel like he would do some shit like that. He would bring in some motherfuckers. It feels like Charlamagne is for the people when it's for him. When it's like beneficial to him. That's what I would say. You know, he's like I don't know what to say, but let's just move on. So now we got Michelle says you're not ready. Clyburn says she's right. So let's talk about the presidency that America keeps pretending it's ready for a woman in the Oval Office. No, it ain't. because maybe finally some of this shit could get fixed, because this is ridiculous. This motherfucker done fucked up everything. He done fucked up everything worse than Bush. I didn't think that was possible. Michelle Obama has said more than once she's not running. I wish she would. I really wish she would. Not 2024, not 2028, not surprise announcements. She sat down with Tracy Ellis Ross and basically told the whole country, you're not ready for a woman. And honestly, she's not wrong. I would love if Michelle Obama ran for president. I would vote for her. I swear to God, I would go right now and stand in line until it's time to vote. And yes, I know it's years and years. I will stand there just to vote for Michelle. Because damn it, if Michelle Obama took over, she's the one that taught Obama. She's the one who taught Barack, okay? She was his teacher at one point. Don't go to the student, go to the teacher. God dang it, I want the source. I would vote for her. But anyways, Congressman Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, longtime power broker, father of 3 daughters, went on Meet the Press and said Michelle Obama is absolutely correct. He pointed to Hillary Clinton, I voted for her, in 2016, and Kamala Harris, I voted for her, in 2024. Both highly qualified, both dragged through hell, both used as experiments in how much misogyny and racism can America package as concern. And the verdict so far? This country will talk about diversity all day, but flinch when it's time to put a woman in that big chair. Still, Clyburn isn't fully hopeless. He said we might be in the darkest point of the night, right before the dawn on this issue. But he's clear. We cannot stop pushing just because America is dragging its feet. He says women have to keep running, keep showing up, keep forcing the question. If we're not ready for a woman leader, what exactly are we ready for? Nothing at this point, because we ain't got nothing. We got a pile of shit in office right now. Still, Clyburn, let's see here now. The truth is, they weren't ready for a black president either until they had one. They're never ready for progress. We make them ready by refusing to disappear. So whether it's Michelle or someone else, that ceiling's gonna crack. And when it does, they'll swear they saw it coming all along. Motherfuckers, y'all need to get off your high horse. And I don't give a shit. Just have a competent motherfucking person in that damn office. A competent, fair fucking person. Not the dipshit you got in there. It's like a fucking TV show. I want out because I didn't agree to this show. I did not agree to this show. I need out. And moving to this, because I told you I subscribe to Schadenfreude. The real story behind that photo of the Cabbage Patch arguing with his wife, Usha, in public. Now for some political mess powered by AI and a whole lot of white conservative drama. The internet decided that Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife Usha are headed for divorce, based mostly on a sketchy Facebook post and a viral restaurant photo that looks like it was cooked up in a glitchy AI generator. In the picture, Vance is in a white t-shirt, apparently yelling at Usha, while she sits turned away, looking upset. No context, no verification, just, oh my God, he's going to divorce her. I think she should divorce him, personally. Then people started spinning a whole soap opera that he's gonna dump Usha and marry Erica Kirk. I'm still thinking about the gay ones. That's the whole thing. I mean, you just don't forget about what you like. That's the whole shit I'm still stuck on. Wasn't he gay? Anyways, a widow of conservative broadcaster Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated in September. There is zero evidence of any of this, but the conspiracy theory's been running laps on social media anyways. Folks building a timeline of a marriage that hasn't even happened. But I'm just letting y'all know that motherfucker was in Tennessee. I'm just saying. Vance jumped on to respond to the so-called doctored picture, joking that he'd never go out to a nice restaurant in just a white undershirt. People clocked that instantly like, so the vice president of the United States is out here in a tank top arguing with his wife at Le Diplomate. Be serious. The woman who posted the picture even admitted she knew it was a fake and was stunned that the vice president acknowledged her shit post. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of black folks peep the weirdness right away. We know AI generated nonsense when we see it, especially when the vibes are off. The lighting is weird and the outfit doesn't match the setting. Folks joked about it, but also pointed out the bigger issue. Fake or not, it doesn't take much for a lie to spread, especially when folks already dislike the person in the picture. Real talk, I don't even be paying attention to the motherfucker. Here's the problem. We're walking into an era any messy image, real or fake, can be used to sway public opinion. Elections, marriages, reputation, all once enhanced photos, one enhanced photo away from chaos. You don't have to like JD Vance. I don't. To understand that AI-powered disinformation is dangerous. So yeah, drag his policies, critique his hypocrisy, because it's all there. Talk about his politics. But don't let the algorithm turn us into people who can't tell reality from a bad render. That kind of confusion never works out well for us. All I got to say is, I don't care. I just want you all to leave, really. I don't care about your wife. I don't care about you. I don't care about your boss. I don't care about his wife or his kids or any of that shit. I really want that whole group of motherfuckers to just go the fuck away. That's all I want. That's really what I want. I want all of y'all to just go away. I'd love it if they caught y'all in one spot. Boom. I'm not going to say it, but yeah. So that's it for that. Finally, I can let go of some of this negativity and let's just focus on the positivity. We're going to go ahead and go switch up and think about Black history, Black excellence. Just everything is Black. Everything is Black, y'all. Then things become calmer. And I feel a little bit more relaxed. You feel me? A little bit more relaxed. Whew. Let's woosah, shall we? Woosah. So let's go on. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Black history and we'll be back. I need a spliff. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. I meant this one.
Yo, there's so many, hey, there's so many, yo, there's so many, yo, there's so many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. They know that. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't got a lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the deuce. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stove, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit you.
All right, so let's talk about the little known Black history facts that are sure to shock you. I love to shock people. So let's talk about Black History Month, not the Walmart dashiki display, the real one. Back in 1926, Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black history, got tired of America acting like Black folks just appeared after slavery with vibes and jazz. So he created Negro History Week in February. He picked the second week on purpose, lining it up with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Though we never hear about Frederick Douglass, because he knew white folks would at least pretend to care that week. Fast forward to 1976, Gerald Ford turns it into a full History Month, and every school in America said, cool, we'll just talk about MLK and move on. But our history is deeper than the same three names on a bulletin board. You got Lucy Stanton, first Black woman with a 4-year degree, graduating Oberlin in 1850, giving anti-slavery speeches while white women still couldn't even vote. William Wells Brown wrote Clotel in 1853, the first novel published by a Black American. George Washington Carver wasn't just the peanut guy. He was an artist whose plant paintings were in the 1893 World's Fair because even his science came with aesthetics. A black security guard, Frank Willis, literally helped crack Watergate by catching the burglars at the DNC that flipped a light switch and made a president resign. Brian Gumbel broke ground on morning TV in 1982. Madam C.J. Walker didn't sell hair grease. She fought lynching and paid for black students to go to Tuskegee. And Lowell designed Jackie Kennedy's wedding dress and never got proper credit. We had Cathay Williams out here disguising herself as a man to serve as a Buffalo Soldier. Bobby Marshall and Fritz Pollard integrating the NFL in 1920. W.A. Martin improving home security with a better door lock. George Edwin Taylor running for president in 1904. John Baxter Taylor becoming the first black Olympic gold medalist in 1908. So when they try to shrink black history to slavery, Rosa, Martin, Obama, remember, we've been building, inventing, coaching, designing, and saving the country long before anybody allowed us to be free. Black History Month is not a theme, it's a receipt season. And honestly, fuck y'all, maybe we should just have Black History Year. How about that? I bet you we got something for at least every fucking day. If we can't, I bet you we got enough history that we could move it to a day. Every fucking day. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. But I'm going to bring that down. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some good news. Finally. Because, good news is very hard to come by in this day and age. And it's not helping my damn mental health either. Hold on, give me a second here. Detroit man goes viral for helping 6-year-old girl walking alone in freezing cold to school. That is so sweet. I'm so glad for that. In Detroit, a 6-year-old little girl was out there walking alone on Monday morning. No hat, no gloves, no adults. Like this is some safe fantasy world and not America. Enter Joshua Threat, 36, who sees her walking by herself and immediately knows something is wrong. Instead of minding his business like so many people do, he hits in Facebook Live, gets out his truck and says, "I ain't want to put her in my truck, so I got out and walked with her. Made sure she got to where the fuck she's going." That's an instinct a lot of us understand. Protect, but don't put yourself in a situation where they can flip the story on you. Exactly. That's good, man. That is so good. He walked with her 10 blocks to Thurkel Elementary. By the time they reached the school, he was emotional, crying in front of the staff. She's probably scared. She's been walking for 10 blocks. I'm so happy I saved her. And you can feel it, and that mix of relief, anger, and what if I hadn't been there. He later said it shook him because his youngest is the same age. Oh shit, I got tears. The video goes viral. People from Texas, LA, Nebraska, Idaho, everywhere are thanking him, questioning the parents and asking how a 6-year-old ended up walking that far alone. Detroit PD and Child Protective Services are investigating. Joshua says he's already had a man-to-man with the little girl's father and has talked to the mother. Two things can be true. Yes, we need answers from whatever adults are responsible for that child's safety. And yes, this is exactly why community matters. Systems fail, parents struggle, life be lifing. But when a black man decides, I'm not leaving this baby alone on the streets, that's how disaster gets prevented. We talk a lot about it takes a village. This is what village looks like in real time. No cape, no badge, just somebody who cares enough to stop the car. This man walked with this child. He had a vehicle, walked with this child 10 blocks. God dang. And you know, sometimes blocks be different. Because I know a Boston block is definitely different from a Louisiana block. You don't know when the hell you getting there. You walk a block in Chicago. Shit, someone told me something was down the block. I think I walked 3 miles. I'm not joking. So kudos, power to him. I swear to God, we need more people like him. I will remember to do that. If I see a small child out there, I will try to help them. I really will. So let's move on. We are going to go to some more good news. Representative Jasmine Crockett announces Texas Senate run. So Texas might be about to get very interesting. And finally, they took a good picture because they be taking some horrible pictures of her sometimes. Representative Jasmine Crockett has officially jumped into the race for U.S. Senate. She announced it on social media like, Texas, let's win this thing. And if you've ever seen her in the House hearing, you already know she does not come to play. Her timing is wild, too. She launched her bid just hours after former Representative Colin Allred, who previously lost to Ted Cruz, dropped out. They cleared the lane for what's probably going to be a showdown between Crockett and State Representative James Tallarico in the Democratic primary. She said she'd only run if the polls showed a real shot, and clearly they did. She got a national profile, raised over $6.5 million, mostly from small donors this year, and she's built for a fight. Former public defender, civil rights attorney, and one of the few people in Congress who will look at a Republican dead in the eye and say what the rest of us are thinking: sit your ass down. Democrats are hoping Trump's fatigue, demographic shifts, and higher turnout from young and minority voters will finally crack Texas's red wall, which I don't get because it's like the majority. Seriously. The state hasn't elected a Democrat statewide since 1994, but the map this cycle is more competitive, and the Senate seat is a big prize. Republicans are already nervous enough that Senator John Cornyn basically said out loud that Crockett's nomination would make the race easier, which is political code for we're scared of how loud and effective she is with our base. So let's pretend we're not. GOP strategists claim her outspoken style will turn off moderates. Translation, they don't like a black woman who doesn't shrink herself. But the same energy they call too aggressive is exactly what a lot of voters are hungry for, especially people tired of Democrats mumbling while Republicans burn the house down, pretty much. If this race goes how I think it might, Texas is about to find out what happens when you put a courtroom fire Capitol Hill smoke and grassroots money in the same campaign. Jasmine Crockett isn't just running for Senate, she's running on a message. You're not about to disrespect my people and expect me to be polite about it. And already motherfuckers talking about she's for Israel. Can we stop talking about other fucking countries and focus on this one first? Shit. If we gonna talk about other countries, let's talk about Rwanda, huh? Shit. Y'all always want to fucking take it to another one. Just fucking agree for one thing. Shit, she's willing to say the shit we need said. Moving on. Because this next one is supposed to be good news too. Shit, got me irritated. Hold on, I'll be right back. Miami elects its first woman mayor, and she's a Democrat. How about that? Miami said enough of the chaos. Bring in somebody who can actually read a budget and a map. Eileen Higgins, former county commissioner and Peace Corps director, just won the Miami mayoral runoff with 60% of the vote. She beat Republican Emilio Gonzalez, and this man's endorsement from Drumpf and Ron the Meatball, whatever the DeSantis, whatever the fuck, they're both creeps. So in Drumpf's own home state, in the same city they're planning his presidential library, voters looked at his chosen candidate and said, we're good, actually. Higgins ends 28 straight years, almost 3 decades of Republicans running Miami City Hall. She's also the first woman mayor in the city's history. I hate when first come this damn... God dang it. Give me a second. I need a drink. Ooh. She told supporters Miami chose a new direction. Competence over chaos, results over excuses. That's a nice, polite way of saying y'all been embarrassing us. Shit, maybe you can fix Florida, because if you do, maybe I won't be trying to saw that bitch off. Even though the race was technically nonpartisan, both parties treated it like a heavyweight test. Democrats saw a rare opening in a state where they've been getting dragged the last cycles. Republicans thought Miami was safely red now. Florida Democrats Chair Nikki Fried said this proves that when you organize year-round, not just in an election season, you can actually flip big races. And it wasn't just Miami. On the same day, Democrats flipped a deep red state House seat in Georgia, electing Eric Gisler, that's one hell of a name, in a district Trump had won by double digits. So while the GOP keeps playing culture war, some voters are quietly saying we would like functioning government, please. Republicans tried to downplay the loss by calling Miami Democratic leaning, but be serious. If it had gone the other way, they'd be on Fox News right now declaring a red tsunami. If it had, what is really shows is that Trumpism is not invincible, even in his own backyard, and people, including Latino and Black voters, are open to breaking the chaos. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all better do something, because shit, I'm gonna go ahead and become Canadian. Fuck it. I'm gonna figure something out. Moving on. Some more good news. She just has a very warm face. I feel like I want to sit down and talk to this woman. She looks like you want to sit down and find out what is she smiling about. She got good news. I want to know. So Chanel Jones named co-host of today's 4th Hour with Jenna Bush Hager. Good luck with that, woman. Let's end this batch on some black joy and soft life in the middle of grief. Chanel Jones has been named the permanent co-host of the 4th Hour of NBC's Today, joining Jenna Bush Hager. The Hour, or Hager, I don't know how to say a woman's name. The Hour's getting a new name announced, today with Jenna and Chanel. Launching January 12th, when Jenna announced it, she was crying. Chanel was crying. Everybody at home probably got a little misty too. Jenna called her an extraordinary broadcaster and said she embodies what the show is about. Chanel's been at NBC for over a decade, doing everything from serious interviews to lifestyle pieces to those viral Halloween moments where she transformed into Beyonce or Tina Turner and nailed it. Oh, Lord, girl, what you doing? But behind all that, she's been moving through something heavy. Her husband, Uche Oje, passed away from brain cancer in May. Poor woman. She only came back to work in September. Damn, I probably wouldn't have been able to come back. She said the first people she told about the new role were her 3 kids, Kayan and the twins, Clara and Uche Jr. And that there was finally joy in the house again. And they needed that. That part right there, that's what people don't see. Black women carry grief, raise kids, show up to work, and still deliver excellence on live TV. She's stronger than me. I don't think I could have done it. Over the past year, dozens of co-hosts and guests have rotated through that hour. Actors, comedians, musicians, even Michelle Obama. And now Chanel is stepping into the seat full time, not just the fill-in, but as the face. So yeah, in the media world that still sidelines Black women or pigeonholes us into certain roles, Chanel Jones getting her name in the title is a big deal. It's not just a promotion, it's visibility, stability, and a reminder that even after your world falls apart, new chapters can still show up for you. Oh, my prayers to you, woman. You look like you have a beautiful soul. I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'm glad that she got some good because damn, that had to hurt. Now let's talk about some more business information, shall we? Uh, let's see.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
So we own it. Community owned grocery store opens in Flint, Michigan, marking the end of a long time food desert. And I love to hear it. So North Flint said, if y'all won't feed us, we'll feed ourselves. For years, this side of Flint was a straight up food desert. Big chains like Kroger and Meyer dipped and left black residents driving miles just to buy basics. You already know what that is. Environmental racism with a receipt. Poison the water, then bounce with the groceries. Now, the North Flint Food Market Cooperative is open. The Flint's first co-op grocery store sitting right there on Clio, I hope I said that, Clio or Clio Road. But this ain't no regular corporate chain. This store is owned by about 900 community members who put their own money in. That's Ujamaa, cooperative economics, not just a Kwanzaa word, but as an actual building with produce and cashiers. Reverend Dr. Reginald Flynn said the community had been wandering in wilderness for over a decade, just hoping for basic stuff over other neighborhoods take for granted. Fresh food, jobs, a chance to own something. They had to fight through the panorama, rising equipment prices, and funding headaches just to open these doors. When those lights finally came on, he called it a moment of pride. I know he did. That's something you feel that. Shoppers were emotional. One woman said she'd be staring at the empty building. She's been staring at the empty building for 11 years, thinking it would never open. Now she plans to shop there permanently. Another said, we needed this store. I thank God we finally made it. And it's not just about buying groceries. They're creating jobs, job training, and giving people a chance to own the very place they shop. Anyone can join by paying a one-time membership fee and becoming part owner. Can I? Can I? I will pay. I'll find some kind of way to pay. I just want to help. Flynn said this co-op is much more than a place to buy groceries. It's a divine restoration of hope, pride, and dignity for people who've been pushed out of the economy. It's a symbol that black people in Flint were done begging corporations to care. If the system won't bring us resources, we'll build our own damn store, put our own name on the deed, and keep the doors open from 8 to 8. That's what I'm talking about. I can get on that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's move on. Because it ain't over. I'm telling you right now, it ain't over. Let's see here now. I know I got a short nose. I'm pulling through After Effects soon and short nose. But let's talk about this. The year of black resistance. Stop begging brands and start buying black. And please, don't overcharge us. That's the only problem I have. I love buying black, but sometimes I can't afford it, and I ain't got the money. I'm not like that. Unfortunately, if I had it, you got it, but I ain't. After George Floyd was unalived, corporate America did that whole We Stand with Black community performance. Black squares, diversity, committees, commercial with sad piano music. Fast forward to Trump's War on Woke return. A lot of those same companies folded like cheap lawn chairs. DEI budget cuts, black initiatives dropped, black staff quietly shuffled out. Don't realize when we fucking excel, everybody excels? Fuck. Walmart, Target, Amazon, all that big talk about justice, representation got real quiet when it started messing with their political comfort and profit margins. And a lot of folks looked around like, damn, the bad guys won. But here's the thing. We still have 2.1 trillion in collective black spending power. That's not chump change. That's a global economy all by itself. When black folks start boycotting Target, they saw 3 straight quarters of sale declines. That's not symbolic protest. It's leverage, y'all. The year of Black resistance is about using the leverage on purpose. Don't just doom scroll racist news and then go drop half your paycheck at the same chain that don't respect you. Redirect some of that money to Black-owned businesses, online, local, whatever you can access. Use directories like buyblack.org and Shop the Hood. I think I have Shop the Hood, but I need to get Black. Yeah, I need to get both of these. We got Black owned everything. Apparel that actually centers us, from My Pride apparel and Actively Black to Teflar and the blackest Black owned t-shirt company on the planet. Witty shirts like Never Argue with Someone, Harriet Tubman would have pew-pewed. I need that shirt. Beauty and body care that understands our skin and hair. Honey Pot, The Lip Bar, Miche Beauty, Black Girl Sunscreen, Camille Rose, I mess with them, Mahaya Honey and all of that. Bookstores and art from places like Reparations Club, Mahogany Books that stocks our stories instead of hiding them in a dusty urban section. Oh, hey Terry, how you doing? Nobody's saying you gotta be perfect. Never step foot in a chain store again. But even a small slice of 2.1 trillion gets recirculated in Black communities, that's jobs, storefronts, scholarships, and businesses that don't vanish every time a politician starts whining about woke capital. If they're going to declare war on woke, the least they can do is stop funding their MO and start building their own buildings. Exactly. And building their own. Shit, get on my goddamn nerves. But that's it for the actual good news. We're going to go ahead and move into celebrity news. But we're going to start off with something good. Just came from the dentist, left my phone at home by mistake. How'd you feel? Sometimes when you leave your phone at home, you feel a little bit freer. I ain't even gonna lie. You feel like a bird. But I hope you're doing good. I need to take my ass to the dentist too. Shit. All I do is pop ibuprofen for half of the damn time. Been in a really dark way lately, but I'm trying to get out of it. I reached out for help, so hopefully I'll get it soon. Because, yeah, the stuff I'm praying for ain't probably the thing I need to talk about. All right, so let's talk about celebrity news right now. I'm going to do my commercial, and I'll be right back. Hold on, where's the commercial? Give me just a moment. There it goes.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
All right, we're back, and we're going to go in slow. So I like Ryan right now. He ain't fucked up. Ryan Coogler's speech, Black Love, Not Hollywood Fanboying. At the Critics' Choice celebration of Black cinema, Ryan Coogler got up to accept a directing award for his new film, Sinners. And instead of doing the usual ego speech, he used the moment to shine a light on his wife, Zinzi Coogler. I'd have had a picture, but they didn't have a picture. And not in that corny, my better half cliche way. He talked about her as an actual partner and boss. I'll talk to you later about it. He told the story of meeting her back when they were still teens. Him watching her dominate on the track before either of them had Hollywood dreams. He said that connection shaped every chapter of his life. Student, athlete, man, filmmaker. Zinzi wasn't just supportive. She was pushing him, buying him screenwriting software when he was broke, showing up on set, producing with him, and eventually co-founding Proximity Media. They built together from college to marriage in 2016 to making movies like Creed 3 and Judas the Black Messiah and The Black Messiah. And a film that got multiple Oscar nominations. On Sinners, he straight up said she was my boss and credited her leadership as a main reason for the film's success. That's not fanboy energy. That's respect. What hits different here is that we usually only see the director in front of the camera, accepting the glory. We don't see the years of quiet sacrifice, the woman reading scripts, staying late, holding the family down, making executive decisions without needing her own spotlight. Ryan used this time on that mic to say, y'all are gonna put some respect on the work Zinzi does too. And I love that he did it without turning himself into a hero for his loving wife. He didn't say, look how good of a man I am. He said, look how powerful this partnership is and how much of a career sits on what she's been built with me. That's Black love, not just romance, but shared vision, shared labor, shared credit. That's love. That's beautiful. It's beautiful, giving honor to his better half. Exactly. And that's why they call it your better half. A man is not a full man until he finds his better half. And I'm not saying that your better half is a man or a woman. I'm just saying once you find your better half, you are a full man. You are a full woman. You are full. God dang it. That's why they call them soulmates. Moving on, because now we're going to get into some irritation. Hey. Let's do it. God dang crap. Where is it? Here we go. All right, so Jason Derulo vows to never work with women again. What the hell happened to him? So Jason Derulo has been in legal drama with singer Amazah Dillon, who accused him of harassment and inappropriate behavior after signing to his label. He denies it all, says the lawsuits are false and hurtful. The cases have already been dismissed in Nevada and California, mostly on technical grounds like venue, and now the case is refiled in New York, where the contract says it has to be heard, so it ain't over. Derulo recently said he's learned from this and will never be alone in a room with a woman he works with ever again. Does he consider himself Black or Hispanic? I really can't tell. Anyways, and social media did what it does. Some people hyped him up saying that's a smart, false accuser should go to jail. And other people were like, why are you punishing all women for one situation? Here's the real talk. Yes, false accusations do happen, and they can destroy reputations and careers. That's real, and it fucks up other people coming behind them too. Pissing me off. And also, women in the industry deal with actual assault, harassment, and retaliation all the time. Telling the truth can cost them everything. And ain't that a motherfucker? When Derulo says he can't ever be alone with a woman again, it sounds less like I respect boundaries and more like I see women as a liability. That's not a solution, that's avoidance with a side of misogyny. If you're really about safety and professionalism, you build clear structures, HR policies, chaperones when needed, documented communication, accountability across the board. Not, I'm scared of women now. Don't do that. Some folks online pointed out they've never heard of the case, that the case was dismissed. I never heard the case at all. Only the original allegations went viral. That's another piece of it. Once your name is attached to actual harassment, headlines, the internet rarely comes back and says updated. It's more complicated. It got more complicated. And at the end of the day, there are two truths here. We have to take allegations seriously and protect people, especially women, in vulnerable positions. I say everybody, shit. I say especially children. We also need a system that can investigate fairly without turning every interaction into a legal landmine. Lord have mercy. What we don't need is I'll never be in a room with women again. That's not justice. That's cowardice dressed up as caution. Is he gay? Has he come out the closet? I don't know. I'm just wondering. If he never want to be in the room with you, might as well. I'm just saying. Moving on. Don't say I called him that. I'm just asking, because the shit is not going to make sense later on in semantics. Moving on, let's now go into what I like to call, oh Lord have mercy, bullshit, if you ask me. Which button is it? I forgot. Is it that one? No. Is that one? No. Is that one? No. Is that one? No. Is that one? No. That one.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
It's not that one. Fuck, I forgot which one it was. Where's my nosy news? Because we about to get into 3 sets of nosy news that all have something in common. I ain't crazy about it, but yeah, it's nosy news. Where's my nosy news? I gotta find my nosy news. I just don't want to go any further without my nosy news. Which one was it? I think it was... Shit, I forgot which one it was.
Emotional?
Nope, wasn't that one. I've lost my transition. Where the hell is it? I love it. Nope, not that one. At least I know which one that is now. Hold on, give me a second. Because I just had it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where's my nosy news? I'm mad now because I want my nosy news. I want to show you. Oh, there it is right there. Here we go. I wasn't going to stop until I found it. Shit. Let me bring this down. All right, here we go.
Well, what's going on over there?
All right. So, why did Lil Rod's part is in shocking Diddler documentary with Soulja? I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I lived during the time he was doing all this bullshit, okay? So, I didn't see it, but yeah. Yeah, at that time I lived in Roxbury, okay? The Diddler disaster, power exploitation, and the music industry's open secret. Let's talk about this so-called mogul whose whole empire is built on other people's pain. The Netflix doc Sean Combs' The Reckoning is peeling back the velvet curtains on an industry that's been rotting from the inside, and at the center of it is a man who's been playing puppet master for decades. I ain't watching. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't want to hear no more. I already heard enough about what this motherfucker did. I wasn't cool with him when he took his glasses off in that damn Super Cat video, okay? How about that? He looked weird in the damn I'll Be Missing You video. Shit, he can't rap. Anyways, let's see here now. Producer Rodney Little Rod Jones is one of the latest to speak up. He filed a lawsuit accusing the Diddler of everything from SA and harassment to grooming, drugging, and threats. And before anyone says, why'd they stay, let's be real. That's how the system is designed. The Diddler wasn't just a boss. He was a gatekeeper. You wanted a career, you went through him. You wanted your work heard, you kept quiet. Because one wrong move and you're blackballed before you ever hit a studio mic again. Rest in peace, Amara, and your damn man. Where did she go? Lil Rod said he worked with the Diddler's Love album, produced tracks, stayed loyal, and still didn't get paid or credited. That's not mentorship. That's manipulation wrapped in a Versace robe. And when you mix unchecked power, drugs, and ego the size of Manhattan, you get what he described: nights where people wake up confused, violated, and too scared to talk. That's horrible. That sounds like hell. He told journalist Torre he believed his drinks were being laced. He'd wake up foggy, sore, and unsure what happened, but too terrified to walk away because the man's cosign could make or break your career. That's that captivity disguised as opportunity, dude. Shit, you should have said something. God dang. The wildest part, he also described a scene where the Diddler allegedly walked into a bathroom with his own son and another man, and then 2 pew-pews went off, and the man inside came out bleeding. People online are debating if it's true, but the bigger question is, why does the music industry keep handing power to the same kind of predators, the ones who treat people like disposable accessories? Folks on social media are split. Some still defend him as if the receipt settlements and survivor stories haven't been stacking up for years. Others are finally saying that's what's been whispered since the 90s. He's not a mogul. He's a menace. Who didn't see it? Every collaborator who stayed silent. They helped build this monster. You can't Harlem shake your way out of accountability. The whole industry protected him, and we need answers for that, because every enabler and every executive that didn't see this shit helped build this fucker. Power without accountability always turns ugly, and the Diddler's empire is collapsing under the weight of every person he thought he'd broken. And good, it's about damn time. Shit. That's why I'm still mad. Only 4 years? That dirty bastard? Ugh. Moving on, we're still in the same block. Waka Flocka reacts to the Diddler documentary. That boy a monster. Of course, damn he ignorant. God dang it, you damn it.
You stupid.
I just yeah. Something about him. Every time he opened his mouth, I just feel like, you know. So Waka Flocka Flame sat down and watched The Reckoning like the rest of us. I didn't. And his reaction was exactly what you'd expect from somebody with a little spiritual sense left. He said flat out, that man's a monster. Period. Not misunderstood, not troubled, just evil wrapped in money and designer cologne. Yeah. Waka said even if the diddler was his own brother, he wouldn't go near him. And the logic was simple. You can tell who a person is by the trail they leave behind. Look at the diddler's roster. How many artists actually thrived long term? How many ended up broke, bitter, or broken? That pattern doesn't lie. He compared Bad Boy Records to Death Row, I believe it, saying at least Death Row felt like a brotherhood where artists had ownership. And listen, we all know Death Row wasn't Sunday school, but he's right. You could see the chaos, but you could also see community. With Bad Boy, you saw contracts that looked like trap doors and artists who disappeared once they started asking questions. Yee. I knew it when he took them damn shades off. Ding, 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 sarai, uptown, uptown. Yeah, you remember that video? Yeah, that was him. Ugh. The documentary even reopens the old theory about Tupac's death, with Keefe D on tape saying the diddler ordered the hit. Whether or not you believe that part, the fact that people think it's plausible says everything about the man's reputation. I was in high school when that shit went down. It was heavy times. Shit, you didn't know what to listen to. After watching Waka Flocka say he wouldn't trust any celebrity and joke that being washed up might have saved his life, he said, I'm not even hot no more. Nobody's requesting me, meaning his distance from the A-list chaos kept him safe, and honestly, that might be the realest bar he ever dropped. It's not about jealousy or beef. It's about recognizing that fame, when mixed with ego, greed, and exploitation, becomes a sickness. Waka's basically saying, thank God I missed that party, because at some of those celebrity events, the cost of entry just might have been your peace, your soul, or your safety. At this point, people don't even want the diddler canceled. They want him held accountable. In court, in business, and in history. His legacy shouldn't be Bad Boy for life. It should be cautionary tale for what happens when the industry lets money wash away morality for 30 years. I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't come from some great stock either. His dad was a bad man. Shit. And like I said, it's a 3-chainer. This is the most you ever gonna get me to talk about this motherfucker here. 50 Cent fires back at Marlon Wayans over the Diddler doc critique. I don't know what to tell you. I still didn't watch the shit, and I'm not gonna. I don't like looking at that man. I didn't like looking at him when he first came out. I definitely don't like looking at him now. Shit. Marlon says he's diddied out. 50 says stay out your lane. Stay in your lane. Let's get into it, y'all, because apparently even talking about Diddy now comes with drama. So while 50 Cent's out here doing a victory lap promoting his Netflix doc, The Reckoning, clowning the diddler's downfall like it's his side hustle, that man is petty as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. That man is the king of petty. Comedian Marlon Wayans hopped on the cruise show and basically said, I'm good. I'm diddied out. Marlon said, I'm not going to keep throwing the dude under the bus, and he actually took a minute to think about the diddler's kids. You know, the ones who didn't ask for this mess? He said on a human level, he's already incarcerated. We did it. Let's move on. I think we should move on, and I'd like to know who made that. Why did we have to have a documentary? We already know he's gross. Shit. Now, he wasn't defending the diddler. Let's be clear. He was pointing out that 50 seems a little too happy to be narrating another black man's crash landing. And he's got a point. 50's been promoting this doc like it's a world tour. Every day it's diddler this, diddler that. We get it, bro. You hate that man, but are you exposing truth or just milking pain for views? He's so damn petty. I wonder, between him and the jerk in the taco, who's pettier? I don't know. The pettiness, you can feel it. Marlon said you can take interviews and clips and make people think whatever you want, which is true. Editing is powerful. You can cut together 5 minutes of any of us and make it look like we robbed a bank, cussed out our grandma, and set the church on fire. I can do it very well because I'm fucking obsessive with that shit. Now, 50 being 50, he didn't take that gracefully. Instead of responding like a grown man, he posted a shirtless photo of Marlon with caption, "Diddler got this fool trying to get at me. Keep my name out your mouth. First of all, sir, why the thirst trap? Nobody asked for that visual. I'm really not interested in seeing Marlon. After that haircut right there alone, I don't want to see anything else revealed on Marlon, really, because that haircut is not good for him. It really isn't. You might as well just put a hat on, sir. That haircut is horrible. If you ain't got hair, just cut it all off. Because it's just like a patch to me. Seriously. I need to see. I think it's a mohawk. But right there, nah. Anyways. But it's peak 50 behavior. Petty, performative, kind of hilarious if you're watching from the outside. Because when you strip it down, both of them are saying something real. Marlon saying enough with the trauma porn. We get it. And now 50 saying, nah, we don't get justice by being quiet. Dude, you just making money off of misery, in my opinion, personally. You got enough money. I don't like your ass. I don't really like rich motherfuckers. Seriously, I'm broke as hell. But here's the real conversation. Nobody's having the same industry that the diddler ran wild is now letting another man profit from exposing it. Ain't that something? We don't get documentaries about healing, reform, or justice. We get documentaries, hashtags, and merch drops. I ain't buying them. So while 50 and Marlon are trading memes, the rest of us are just sitting here like, how many more of our people got to be exploited, either as victims or content, before we start owning the narratives ourselves? Because between the diddler's dirt and 50's trolling, one thing's for sure. The circus is still black, but the nightmares are always cashing the checks. The ringmasters, I'm sorry, they are nightmares. The ringmasters are always cashing the checks. That's it for your trifecta. I hopefully will not have to talk about that man ever again. 50's baby mama was with the diddler. That's why 50 can't stand the diddler. I don't care about either of those dirty bastards. They need to be grown-ass men and keep that shit out the streets. Nobody needed to know that shit. Y'all could have been men and kept that quiet and squashed that shit. If you so hard up, go after one of his baby mamas. Shit. If they already don't see your ass coming. I'm just saying. I figure if you've been with the diddler, you probably seen everything and already know what the hell is coming. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that arm. I'm not moving my arm. My arms are folded. Anyways, I just had to do this one because I don't know what the fuck happened with this dude, but it happened. And it happened quick. And I've been where he is. And I ain't been where he is, but I just want to know how the hell did he do it? So check this out.
Well, what's going on over there?
Playwright Jeremy O. Harris, I hope he's not related to me, released from Japanese police custody. I'm related to Harrises, but I am not a Harris, so don't even go there and try and dock me, because I'm not a Harris. Okay, so playwright Jeremy O. Harris, the mind behind Slave Play, I have never heard of that, just went through a whole international episode. He was arrested back in November at Naha Airport in Okinawa after customs allegedly found 780 milligrams of MDMA. And for those who don't know what that is or didn't have that shoved down your throat when you were little, ecstasy was in his carry-on. Japan does not play about drugs. They do have synthetic weed, though. It makes you crazy. I ain't never tried it at all. I drank a lot when I was out there. I didn't smoke nothing, but I drank. He ended up spending 3 weeks in police custody at Tomishiro Police Station. Now a representative says he's been released without charges, but the police won't even confirm if they formally charged him or not. I just want to know where the hell he gonna go where he's gonna be okay, because isn't ecstasy illegal everywhere? I don't think that's something you can just take in America either. I'm just saying. Anyways, the play, let's go back. Very on brand for Japan's tight-lipped system. They are very tight-lipped. I still owe them money. For most people, that kind of would scare them on the first flight home. Like, y'all will not see me again. But Jeremy, he says he's staying in Japan to write and research his next project. You are an idiot. Go for it then. I guess if you like slamming your head in the damn wall, go ahead and slam it some more. So he's staying in Japan after they got him for, where did you get the ecstasy? Maybe you should help them. Maybe they'll help you with your damn shit. I don't know. Let's talk about who he is for a second. He blew up with Slave Play in 2018 while still at Yale Drama School. The play digs into race, gender, and sexuality in a way that made some people uncomfortable. Others called it genius. Oh, God. I went to the vagina monologues. That's enough. Why do those people not look up the laws before traveling over? Exactly. Shit, I went out there paranoid as fuck. Shit, I had medical with me, and I was nervous to come back from Louisiana up here. Shit. Anyways. Okay. So, it was called Genius, which is usually how you know it's doing something. It went on to earn 12 Tony nominations, but did it win? The most ever for a non-musical, even though it didn't win. Well, damn. Since then, he's been working on screen projects like Zola, HBO's Gossip Girl reboot, please don't, and Emily in Paris. So he's not just a theater kid. He's got real Hollywood credits and clout. I ain't never seen none of that shit he's talked about. And I'm not interested in it. I'm just trying to live. So picture this. A black queer proactive playwright arrested in a foreign country with extremely strict drug laws, locked up for 3 weeks, and instead of retreating, he doubled down on staying there to create art. That's bold, that's risky, that's stupid as hell for me. I'm sorry. Would you stop telling me about your mouse? God dang Mavis. She'd have been screaming, I'm trying to ignore her ass, but this dude is stupid as hell.
Trying shit and trying.
That's all I can say. He just trying shit. So moving on. This guy crazy. You don't have to agree with everything he writes, but one thing about him, he's not afraid to live at the edge of the line and then write about it. And if he falls off, I really don't care, because you should have more damn sense than that.
Someone call 911.
Because this dude is...
You stupid.
Yeah. Moving on, because, ooh, shit, I don't know what to say. I'm going to bring that down. That's the end, thankfully. You see, I'm smiling now. I was smiling before, but yeah, not in real life. I'm smiling now because we're moving on to the medical. We're going to talk about health now, and not this crazy shit. Oh, Lord Jesus, that was horrible. I'm going to go ahead and do the commercial real quick, and I'll see y'all back here in a moment. Or did I do the commercial? I don't even know. Let me do the promos. Shit, I'm so damn confused. Here we go. Check this out. As always, you can find CBD Honey Lips if you're interested in it. Check out CBD Honey Lips on Twitch. What else? Threads and Instagram. There we go. Sorry, my brain is kind of off. It's like I said, it's been a week. Anyways, let's go ahead and check this one out. If you have teenage kids or anybody around that age or getting close to that age, you might want to check this one out real quick. All right. So where's my health one? God dang it. I always forget these damn things. And I have a list. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
We are at war.
All right, college students home for the holidays may need mental health support, especially in this fucking time and age. Let's switch gears and talk about something a lot of us have lived. Being a black college student going home for the holidays and feeling like you're suffocating. College is already a lot. New freedoms, new pressure, new debt, new expectations. Then the holiday rolls around and it gets louder. For some reason, for some students, going home is love, food, and tradition. For others, it's arguments about politics, shade about majors, pressure to fix everybody's text. That's me. That's me right there. Babysit cousins, not me. I will leave. And explain why you're acting different now. I'm always the different kid in the fucking family. I'm the black sheep. My goddamn cousin goes, I'm the black sheep. No, you ain't seen black sheep. These motherfuckers think I'm goth, and I'm not. Ugh. Anyways, this article is talking about signs. Some black students are coming home to grief, missing relatives, shorter life expectancies in our communities, families still recovering from COVID losses. Others are coming home to bills overdue, parents who lost jobs, or the quiet guilt of knowing you're getting the degree while your people back home are trying to survive. That is, yeah, that is some deep shit to be on your mind. This article talks about signs families should watch. They're sleeping way more or less. I'm sleeping more. They stop doing things they used to enjoy. I been did that. They're crying a lot, seem hopeless, or talking like they're a burden. Got that. They're giving away important stuff or taking risks like they don't care what happens. I haven't gotten there yet. For black students in particular, the burden can be heavier. Money, stress, unspoken grief, and that feeling of being the one who's supposed to make it. That's been on me for about 3 fucking decades. While still worrying about the folks you love and if home was never safe or affirming in the first place. The holiday break can feel like a sentence, not a vacation. Shit, I went on vacation, and it was a vacation. It was me fixing everything. But at least I was near family. For blacks, let's see here now. The advice is simple but powerful. Families actually listen. Let them vent without hitting them with back in my day. Please don't do that. I fucking hate it. Talk openly about mental health, not like it's a shameful secret, because I grew up with that. Churches and community spaces can help kill the idea that getting therapy means you don't have faith. That's not true. They can go hand in hand. I talk to my therapist about my beliefs all the damn time. Excuse me. God forgive me. Use resources like the Steve Funds Holiday Mental Health Toolkit and platforms like My Digital Sanctuary to stay connected in healthy ways. Let me read those again for any of you that are actually listening. The Steve Funds Holiday Mental Health Toolkit or the My Digital Sanctuary and platforms like that. And for students, needing help doesn't mean you're weak or ungrateful. You are not just the family success story. You're a human being. You deserve support year round, not just we're proud of you speeches at graduation. Shit, the last time I graduated, there was nobody. I did that shit alone. Moving on, though, I'm not done. Let's talk about something serious, especially for y'all people that smoke or are having issues with breathing. I am related to someone like that, so this one hits me hard. All right. This last one is more informational, but it's important, especially for our community where we're often left out of medical research and then wonder why treatments don't work as well for us. A clinical trial is basically a structured scientific test for a new medication or treatment. It's how doctors figure out if something is safe and effective. Participation is voluntary, and every study has rules about who can join, age, diagnosis, sometimes even specific gene mutation. I think I fucked up a study, but I need to do it. I'm still sitting on it. I just got so much shit going on. They often need thousands of volunteers to get solid answers. Let me see here now. Yeah, that will also help. The Copernicus clinical trial is for adults with advanced or metastatic non-small cell lung cancer, or NSCLC, who have a specific mutation in the EGFR gene. Don't know what those are. They're testing what happens when they add an investigational medication on top of an oral drug and chemotherapy. The goal, to see if that combo is safer and more effective than current standards. To qualify, you have to be 18 or older, have advanced or metastatic NSCLC, God forbid if you do, have that specific mutation, the EGFR mutation, and then there are more detailed criteria the study team checks during screening. Not everybody qualifies, and that's part of why it's important for us to at least know where these trials exist. If someone joins, they sign an informed consent form first, which is supposed to explain the risks, benefits, procedures. You can ask questions, talk to your family, your doctor, and can leave the trial at any time. No one's supposed to trap you in it. In the Copernicus study, participants get an daily oral medication, an investigational drug as an injection under the skin. That's creepy. Treatment in 28-day cycles with regular checkups, blood work, scans, etc. The study can last up to 3 years as long as it's still safe and the person wants to stay in. Here's why this matters for Black folks. We die more often from cancers and other diseases, not because of our bodies are magically weaker, but because we get diagnosed later, treated worse, and included less in research. Would y'all quit trying to think we're going to die off? Because we're not. If our DNA, our bodies, and our lives aren't represented in these trials, the results won't fully reflect us. That can affect how well treatments work for us. Look, I already was in a blood study, damn it, and I'm about to join another one. Here's nobody should ever feel pressured in a clinical trial, but knowing they exist, asking about them, and making informed choices can be one way we fight back against a system that historically treated us like experiments, but still underrepresented us in science. If you or someone you love is dealing with God help me, NSCLC, talk to a trusted doctor, look up reputable sites, and make the choice that honors your health and peace of mind. Please do. Can't stand watching people waste away. It's a horrible feeling. That's it for that. Now let's do a commercial one more time. If you like what I'm doing or you don't like what I'm doing, you have some suggestions, hit me up in the comments. Just don't come at me sideways. I mean, shit. If you point out the obvious, all I can do is agree with you. Shit, somebody did that the other day with the Bernie Mac story. Yeah? I thought they were going to tell us something new too, and they didn't. So all I could say was pretty much. All right, here go my commercial. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house,
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be losing some weight because I done lost my appetite for 2 days now. Anyways, 2 stranded dolphins rescued from marsh in Massachusetts. First is alligators, now we got dolphins. Somebody tell me who the hell is sending all these damn Floridian animals up here? Shit. 2 dolphins, I just don't know what to say. So let's wrap this up with a little hometown moment because even the Dolphins are having a rough week in this Massachusetts. On December 10th, the Wareham, that's near me, I can drive there, Department of Natural Resources and the International Fund for Animal Welfare, don't let drunk know about that fund, had to roll out for a full-on rescue mission in Beaver Dam Creek. Well, you already know they shouldn't have been over there. Area off the Weeweeantic River. It says wee. 2 dolphins somehow got caught up in the marsh, alive and active, but completely stuck out of the water because of low tide. How the hell did you get this far up north? Ain't you supposed to go somewhere where it's warm? Jesus, you got lost. Your directions are horrible. Now, pause. Can we talk about how wild it is that these animals who literally navigate oceans somehow ended up in Massachusetts equivalent of a puddle? Even the dolphins are like, see, this is why we don't come near y'all coast too often. Anyways, shout out to the Marine Rescue Crews. They got the dolphins loaded into the truck like yes, dolphins, exactly. They got them into a truck like VIP passengers, smooth transit, no drama. They're now getting checked out by veterinarians to see if they can be released back into the wild or if they need rehab first. I think they need rehab and get a damn ticket down south. And look, I know it's a small story in the middle of global chaos, but it kind of says something, doesn't it? Two dolphins stranded in Wareham, just trying to find their way back home. Same as half of us trying to stay afloat in this economy. Between high prices, climate change, and political nonsense, I get it. If I were a dolphin, I'd be beaching myself too. Like, I'm done. Y'all tap out. Shit, I almost did it last week. I wanted to tap out. That was my prayer about it. I was trying to tap out. This story ends on a good note. They were found alive, rescued by good people, and now getting the care they need. Proof that sometimes when community shows up, even for the creatures that don't look like us, there's still hope in the water. So I'm glad that at least they got saved. I don't know what the hell they doing in Massachusetts. I don't even think we're on their damn route. Must have got conned into that, smelling something like a clam fry or something. It probably was the food, in my opinion. Somebody probably was having a festival and these motherfuckers smelled that stuff and was like, ooh, that smell good. Let me go get some. That's probably what happened. I don't know what the hell this red mark is on my face, but I'm gonna go back into the system and get it out. I don't like it, and I need my nails back. I had these ones colored, but I need my nails back. But that's it for the news. Now, if you would be so kind to stick around, we can check out the actual Gotham fashion show. I do have the full one, not just the tulips and the horrible Tiana Taylor outfit. Would y'all be interested in that? Let me know right now, because I got it. I have no problem showing it to y'all either, because it's more than her and the other one. Lord Jesus, those were not good fashion shows at all. That was 3 outfits they could have kept. Who the hell said that was cute? I don't know. I'm already getting it loaded up, and I'm going to skip that one because we already talked about that motherfucker already. And we talked about her. So let's talk about some other people that were at that show. Let me know. If not, I'm going to go on about my business. You know how I am. Because I do things and I do other things. I don't mind staying to talk about some fashion, though. Yay, nay, let me know. Give me a second here. I'm trying to close some of these damn commercials. I do not need a 5G phone right now. I have a 5G phone. Would you stop this commercial? Shit. Okay. I'm not seeing anybody saying yay. So I guess that'll have to wait until next week then. So with that in mind, I'll then go ahead and tell y'all, thank y'all for coming. It's been one hell of a night, and I hope to see y'all next week, because I'm still working. Don't worry. I have everything I need to do. I just need to get my homework out of the way, and I will be working on the, FBA Exodus. I got to get this shit out of the way, seriously, because I can't be sitting here in a corner for nothing. I got to get up and move. I got to, have the reason to live. But anyways, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And if you have anything you want to say or anything, hit me up in the comments. I'm there. I got time right now. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Where's my outro? Damn it. I always forget which one. There it is.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul on the road. I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul on the road.
What you want? Mm-hmm.